Today I would like to how do you say that? I would like to present the promise that I made to you, the people of St. Martin, that I will present you with our financial recovery plan, which is the financial translation of our governing program. And today, on the 10th day of October 2018, quite symbolic, is the day that this plan will be presented to you, and you will find the plan in its full capacity later today on the government website around 4 o'clock. But it's good to report and to ask yourself the question, where are we now and how did we get here? As you know, St. Martin gained status of country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands as per 10 October 2010, with a collective debt as a country of 400 million guilders. During the period 2010 until the mid-2017, our collective debt increased with 40 million due to accumulated budget deficit as a result of a lack in proper public management, financial management, and less than expected compliance of our citizens and companies. In 2017, St. Martin was struck by hurricanes Irma and Maria, resulting in a destructive state of our island and presenting us with a related additional deficit estimated at approximately 320 million guilders. Our recovery and resilience efforts after the hurricanes have been estimated at 4.2 billion guilders. So what are the risks that we face if we look at this information? I identified 4 major risks. The first is severe budget shortages of our government, worsening public financial management, 3, unfunded social security and pension plans, and 4, maybe even the most important one, no well-being for our citizens. Having taken all this into account, you know, it was necessary that we came up with a plan to recover as soon as possible. So today again, on the 10th day of October, on this symbolic day, I make up for my promise and to present you hereby with the financial recovery plan. And the recovery plan is drafted in the philosophy that time to change the course. Change the course, putting our house in order, and requesting additional support and financial assistance. The objectives during this governing period are from 2018 till 2019, we are on the ongo with the restructuring and recovering of St. Martin. From the year 2020, it is the intention through this plan to reach a balanced budget. And then from 2021, we should be able to compensate past budget deficits with budget surpluses. And to reach the objectives, the following steps will be taken. Through taking the first step and carrying our first responsibility, first our own responsibility. That is very important in this. We will do it ourselves, but also with the assistance of. But initially, it starts with ourselves. And we identified 7 major points of achievement. And the first one is achieving a balanced budget by 2020 and realizing a surplus in 2021. The second point is financing part of our governing program initiatives. The third, improving our public financial management. Those are the 3 major points that we need to take care of ourselves. That will create a fundament and a stability on our end firstly. But then, because of the magnitude, the financial magnitude that we are facing right now, we will need additional help. And help doesn't necessarily mean that we need money to receive money, but we need help and assistance to get additional loans that we will take upon ourselves to get them approved in the current financial framework that we are operating in. Another point is that we need to get granted the necessary financial assistance for the initiatives in our governing program. Another point is that lending of funds for jump-starting our economy and execution of projects. These three segments of the recovery plan need the support that would come out of negotiations and talks with the Netherlands and the CFT. As you know, we are under financial high supervision. For us to engage and enter into loans, we need to get the advices from CFT and the ultimate approval from the... So these are the three major steps that we will be discussing, or I will be discussing together with the Prime Minister on our trip to the Netherlands. That will take place next week. But after all these first 6 steps that I mentioned, there are additional steps that we need to take. That means that we will need to seek internationally other loans and grants for the remaining gap of the governing program, including the NRRP. You see, right now we have granted a total amount of $550 million US. But if you look at the overall damage and the monies that we need to recover, we will need an additional close to $1 billion. Now, if we would have the opportunity to get the additional bill, we would be able to take care of things, ASAP. However, if we take care of our own things first, take up our responsibility first, we might not even need that amount of money. But we should be enabled to, for instance, revamp our tax department and our financial department. This is so necessary also to be able to support the other ministries to execute the plans that they have in the recovery of St. Maarten. This is a short synopsis of the financial recovery plan, ladies and gentlemen. I would really want to refer you to the plan that will be published on the government website later this afternoon. And I'm open for any questions that the press corps might have. Again, this plan is the financial translation of the governing program. It stipulates that we are in charge of our own destiny and that we will remain in charge of our own destiny. But we are all also understand that we will need help and support from outside. And the plan is a roadmap to the betterment of our financial household and in the end of St. Maarten and its recovery.
Tell them, connecting you. GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Today, exactly 8 years ago, St. Martin became a constituent state within the Dutch kingdom. On this 8th anniversary of the attainment of our autonomous status within the kingdom, I'm reminded of the opening sentence of our constitution, which states, "We, the people of St. Martin, affirm that we acknowledge the guiding principles of Almighty God as the core of our values." This phrase was drawn from the very roots of our culture. May we all embrace this affirmation in our daily lives as citizens, namely, that we as a people be guided daily by godly principles as we seek to realize our goals as individuals, as government, and as a people of this beautiful island. Let us live out our Constitution in a real way and acknowledge the guiding principles of Almighty God as the core of our values. The month of October has been named Black Achievement Month in the Netherlands. Many of our Caribbean people are featured and are participating in this month of activities. We too celebrate their achievements with them, as well as with all those who are making a significant difference to improve our life and our way of life. And of course, we hope that soon we'll also have persons from St. Martin featured during the Black Achievement Month in the Netherlands. Last Saturday, it was my honor to greet and to welcome home the St. Martin 16 and under baseball team as they returned from the Kingdom Games in Aruba. In the annual tournament hosted by the Ministry of Justice of the Netherlands, St. Martin scored 15-0 against the Netherlands, 14-0 against Bonaire, and 3-1 against Curaçao. When the final game against the host country, Aruba, was cancelled due to the field becoming too wet for play, the organizers for the games assessed St. Martin as the team with the leading scores, most discipline, and overall top performance. As a result, the St. Martin baseball team was awarded the 2018 trophy for the Kingdom Games. We are proud of our athletes and how well this team represented St. Martin in Aruba. Our youth are exceptional, and with the right support, there's no limit on what they can accomplish. We must encourage them, their coaches, and organizations like the St. Martin Baseball Academy that are dedicated to improving sports on our island, because sports matter. Last Friday was celebrated worldwide as International Teachers' Day. As I said before, teachers are deserving of daily sentiments of appreciation from students, parents, and from the wider community. Teachers are the ones who lay the foundation for us and for our future generations. Let us continue to honor our teachers and shower them with our gratitude. Also last week, the St. Martin School Bus Owners Association celebrated 50 years of service to our community. Several of the older bus drivers were acknowledged and recognized for their faithfulness and for their dedication to transporting our students. The St. Martin School Bus Owners Association is also very proud of their safety record over the years. We are thankful for the school bus drivers who daily are entrusted to transport our most precious passengers, our students, to and from school. My staff and I are scheduled to be in the House of Parliament tomorrow, Thursday afternoon at 5 p.m., to respond to questions posed by the members of Parliament regarding the status of our schools for the school year 2018-2019, as well as the state of our sports and arts facilities and programs. I invite you to tune in via radio, television, or social media for your direct updates on these matters. I just want to alert the public that my Facebook account was hacked by somebody out there, impersonating me and soliciting funds through Messenger. If someone contacts you telling you that the United Nations has a disaster fund to help you rebuild after the hurricane, and that all you need to do is register by paying $1,000 to access the fund, don't do it. After paying this amount, you'll be asked to pay another fee. And so they will continue to milk every cent out of you, and by the time you know it, you would have spent all of your money and sent all of your money to this individual. And you would not have received a cent yourself. Don't be duped or tricked into sending money to me. I have not made such a post or sent such a message, neither personally nor in my capacity as minister. I'm thankful for the members of the community who contacted me about this Face account, which has since been reported to Facebook, and they're looking into this matter. Since I have a name and an address in the USA, I'm considering legal action against this person. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this situation may have caused.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Bib now.
All right, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you are.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices, the Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
At this moment, I can tell Parliament that we have only 2 functional ambulance care nurses out of the 4. The ambulance care nurses do see patients in the community at home, follow up on patients that do not show up in the clinic because they need their medication to prevent them becoming unstable. They also take turns being on call. So they can be called 24/7 in the middle of the night or anything, and they get called, I promise you, after the hurricane. Right now, to support them, we are utilizing our on-call team. Some of those nurses are also capable of doing it. You cannot just put anybody on an on-call team because they have to know the rules to abide by, the procedures to follow, the backup to call. Most crises, they cannot enter without the police. So it is, you cannot just say, I need a call-up person and put them on that team. Luckily, we have 2 from the hospital and 1 nurse from Whitechapel Cross that are available. And right now, they are doing the night shifts for us. But yes, these, again, are extra expenses for the foundation. We are trying to employ more staff, but again, finding qualified persons for the foundation is extremely cumbersome and time-consuming. We try to employ local qualified staff and train them on the job, but then it means that primarily we cannot utilize them where we really need them at times. Okay, the treatments, the total treatments, I took 2017 figures because those are the final figures for 2017. 18 would be an estimate. But the total treatments were about 10,000, 9,139. Crisis admissions and crisis days in total. Crisis intervention is increasing. It is interesting to know that when we started in 2011 at mental health, we saw a decrease. Because we could treat them locally, we saw a decrease in repeat cases. Sending people to Curacao meant they came back and the environment was not prepared to accept them. Treating them in their own environment, we call it psychoeducation, training the family how to observe when a patient is becoming unstable, helps to prevent. And we saw that happening initially. Right now, due to the shortage of nurses and the follow-up options, we see more repeat cases, but we see also an increase right now in drug abuse. Serious drug addiction is on the rise, and we are the only facility allocated by government. Dat is een cassettevergunning that we get. Een ministeriële beschikking, an MB, that stipulates that only mental health has permission to admit involuntary patients, and we have to abide by the procedures to follow. Short and long stay, those are 6 small apartments that Giselle is also responsible for, where we train patients back into the community. They had 150 days. Child therapy. We have a child psychologists. We had 275 in 2017. That has definitely decreased in 2018 because one left our services. Other therapies, these are adult therapies, were 552, all by the psychologists. But we are seeing a decrease in that right now because we just do not have the capacity. Day treatment days were approximately, that's a day facility, 5,742. Reporting. As mentioned before, mental health has the obligation to report. We provide annually before June or July a financial year report from the certified accountant and a social year report that is on the website, and we brought some hard copies for you if you would like. We are obliged to provide quarterly reports, financially, production, incidents, and complaints. Financial report and production reports are for financing purposes presently. We have a mortgage at the Windward Island Bank for the building we are presently occupying. That mortgage, I'm proud to say, is halfway paid off already. We have done really well. And the production relates to the new financing system that we have with SZV. We do not no longer work with the outdated tariffs, but they have established a budget since 2017 to cover our actual costs. But what they're saying is you do have to prove that you have produced, seen enough patients for that amount. So for 2018, it's looking a little bit bleak with regards to our production. We are trying to increase it. The most urgent needs on St. Martin today, if you would to ask my team, is guided living. We treat many patients on the road till today. We have to send people home with no place to go. We have many elderly patients persons taking care of patients who worry if we did pass away, who will take care of our son or daughter.